Hello my friends and welcome back to another beautifully polygonal day here on my community Minecraft server. I'm up here at the top of the ship on the very forecastle of the ship next to the Captain Stubing. I don't know what his name's really going to be. But as you can see, we've just about finished up all the decking. I'm leaving this out for now because I think I might do something special. I was kind of inspired to do something. And as you can see, it looks kind of samey right now, but I think once we get some of the masts in and put in some detailing then that are in other wood colors, that'll look pretty good. In order to do that, we're going to be working on the next project, which is down here. I plan on making a pumpkin farm. A pumpkin farm, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed, I do. It should be within the bounds of this space, and then I should have like a little walkway section around here, and then the mast itself, the main mast, will kind of encircle this whole area. Now, there's a little more space forward, maybe? I don't know, I'm kind of looking at the stairs and where they're going to come down. And then over on this side, we're also going to have stairs coming down. So there might be a little more space on the forward side, but that's okay because they're not always centered on ships, are they? I mean, depends on how the sails are built, I'm sure, so that force is evenly distributed across the decking of the ship. I would think, but, you know, what do I really know? Anyways, let's put some things into our hotbar to get us started. First things first, let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple of chests centered. Let's say... yeah, right here. Yeah, is that how I want to do it? Yeah, that's how I want to do it. Okay, so right here, and then we'll put another one right on top of it, and we're going to do that every other one here. Right? And I want to do... that's that one and that one. Centered. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to do this one over here also. Alright. Just like that. And I have some trap chests. Trap chests will help us out. I'll go ahead and put these in here also. Oh. And yeah, 1, 2. Yep, I'm gonna need 3 here. Right, and then come over here and do the same thing. Boom, 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 boom. And 1, 2, and then this guy. All right, cool. Okay. Then let's go ahead and get our storage good to go. Boop, 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 boop. So now, I also have to have some... oh my gosh, oh boy, I completely forgot my building material of choice. Okay. So, let me show you what I've got here. Boop. This is temporary. Okay. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put glass above these. Water is going to flow from here and then go out to the edges as it flows out sideways, whichever sideways it goes. I think I've had a problem with this in the past. I'm not sure if I remember. The items will come here. They'll all flow into the center and fill up all of these chests first, and then they'll flow out sideways and start filling up these over here, etc. All right, so now I got to... well, let me put in a temporary block. Okay, so that'll be the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be the center of the section. And water needs to flow here, which means that this will be the next floor level, which is where our first row of dirt will go in. All right, boom. Let's just go ahead and get this all situated. Wow. Okay, so this is the first layer of the pumpkin farm. And it'll be there. And if that's the first layer, then this would be a gap. Boom, boom, boom. And then up here will be the next layer. Okay? So I'm just kind of getting a look at how this is going to fill up the space here with these temporary blocks. Well, even though many of them will remain where they are. All right, let me go ahead and come on down and see how this will look centered on the ship here. Why aren't I falling? Fall already, fall. Okay, and that was a temporary block anyways. Okay, so we'll do 1, 2... let's go up here and see how tall that looks so far. 1, 2... and... wow. Yeah, the mechanisms should come out there. I keep wanting to like pillar up, but I'm on half slabs all over the place. What is this? Somebody left a sign here. I must now begin my search for my place to settle down. Tons. Oh, Tons is actually settled down somewhere. I'm not sure where. When he flies in from wherever his home base is, he kind of circles around, so I don't know where he's coming from. But he's begun construction on a project, so we're going to go out there and check that out. Probably not today, but in a future episode. All right, but let's look at what we've got here. So if that's going to be that, one more maybe, and then that would be the point where it shrinks down. Yeah, that might work. Actually, one more. Let's put one more up, and I'm going to get some pistons and some pumpkins and some glass and get this thing good to go. Actually, you know what? I might have to. Yeah, I'm going to get a lot of brown glass. A lot of brown glass, because I'm going to make all of this bottom section like glass see-through stuff. All of this will be kind of like walking around, so you can look up and look at it. Look up at it, I guess. Is there a need for a conjunction? Anyways, let me go get those things together, and we'll come back and I'll give you a progress report on this, which I'm trying very hard to keep centered in my fashion. Oh boy. Alright, friends, I'm back, and I have made some discoveries, and it's making me think and rethink things that I might be working on. Alright, so apparently hoppers won't feed down anymore. I was quite accustomed to... I'm sure there was a patch somewhere where they did something to do something, but I'm quite accustomed to them filtering both down and whatever direction they're facing into. So it would go down and then into the chest, but it's not working in that fashion right now, or perhaps I just witnessed something in the past that made me think that's the way it worked. But when you put something in there, it's feeding into the top chest only, and if there's no top chest, it won't feed down into the bottom. So that means that that's an awful lot of extra storage that I don't really need unless I move the hoppers down and turn them all, or face the hoppers down and turn all of those into double storages, and then I guess up here I could just kind of, I don't know, put signs or something in front of the hoppers. But now it's an extra unit high, right? So does that really matter? Perhaps not really. Perhaps not really. We'll see. Let me see if my buddy needs me to hop into bed real fast. Alright, so I reset the sun for my buddy. What I was saying is the height of it doesn't really matter that much because I plan on having an outer circumference kind of encasing it anyways, if you can see where this is going, and I'm sure the more astute of you do. So this will all be kind of encased anyway, so maybe one more layer and the encasing will go up to that point and then come in by one and go up quite a bit, and then come in by one and go up quite a bit. And I think one more and go up to the peak. And if each layer of that diminishes by one block, that should give us a pretty good tapering to where we need it to be. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to put in, let me see here, do I have, yeah I do. I'm going to take this water out for now. What's going on over here? I'm going to take this water out for now. We'll deal with those other chests later, but for now, let's go ahead and start thinking about putting pistons and things up. So pistons are going to go here on the outside of all of these blocks, right? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this since this was just for show anyways, or just to give me an idea of where I wanted to go. We're going to build them up as we build them up. And you know what I'm going to use? Jungle wood. My jungle wood! Yeah! O-E-O-E-O. To use as a ladder device. Oh, and over here, these are going to have to be actual pieces of wood. So what color will I be using there? Probably dark oak. But let me get this, and this. Alright, so what's going to happen is, using dirt again as scaffolding material, is up along here, every other one of these, there will be a torch tower of redstone torches. And the redstone torch will power the piston. And I will set up the redstone torch tower to a clock so that the piston only powers once every so often, and there will be a pumpkin here. A pumpkin seed will go here, which will create a pumpkin stem, a modified root, I'm sure, and then over here, might be, I don't know, it's modified leaf. And it'll end up over here. Man, what is a pumpkin? It's a gourd, so I'll have to go review that later. You don't need to hear that. So when the pumpkin grows here, or here, this bad boy when the timing goes off through here. Boom. Boom. See what I'm saying? So when the redstone torch tower comes up through here, this guy will power and pop whatever pumpkin is there off. Most times it fits in this hole. Sometimes it gets caught up on here. But we're going to have 3 layers of those, and it's going to look super awesome cool. So actually, let me make sure I've got, again, the building blocks I need for powering this. And we'll come back and we'll build it up. Well, my friends, I've got a pretty good pace working now. I think works anyways. And I think this is going to be the last little one I do here. So we'll do it 3 high. That should be quite a bit of pumpkins, to be honest with you. Let's get rid of the dirt. We won't need that anymore. Boom. Blocks. Blocks. As you can see, I'm putting torches and redstone torches down. And that's because I like the cosmetic look of it. And, oh no, I'm going to run out of torches, of course. Of course. Okay, that's alright. Because the only thing left to do is to put it in the very last of our pistons. Boom. 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 And boom. Okay. So, I need to get seeds and pop those bad boys in there and then put a water source here so that everything will be hydrated here, and then down there they should be hydrated also. I like having the water source drop straight through the bottom and then, you know, make it what it needs to be. So what I'm going to go do is get some pumpkin seeds in a hoe and till this stuff and be done here in just a moment, and then we'll work on the next little project. Alright, so what am I going to do here? For now, we're going to break through that glass. I'll repair it later. Yep. Okay. And there it is. So what's left here is to go down below and put a redstone clock below the deck underneath here to send up a signal up these torch towers, and as those torch towers go up, they alternate back and forth which ones are open and which ones are closed. But that's not exactly what I want to have happen, right? I want them to always be open unless a pulse goes up, so I'm going to set... Oh, man, did I do that wrong? Are these too compact? No, that's the way it's supposed to be. Some will be... Well, maybe not. Oh, I can do this so that they're always open or always closed, and then we'll just do a pulse that periodically goes up it. So let me... Ooh, what do I got to do to change that? What do I got to do to change that? I need to put a redstone torch here. And here. So if it comes up and powers that block, let's have it go here, then here, then here, and then we'll alternate them back and forth up here. Right? Okay, so I do need to put those blocks there so that those torches... Okay, so that's powered, off. Powered, that will then... Okay, yeah. So that's what I got to do. I got to make this adjustment, and we'll come back and... Well, you know, we're going to... Let's just go ahead and give it 3 bits of wood around all of those things so it'll look kind of nice. Bam. Alright, so if that... Yeah. We'll definitely do it like this. Can I reach this from here? Yeah, alright. Alright, okay. Yep, that's what we're doing. So we'll make it so that all of them go off at the same time, and we'll go below and set up the clock next. So I'm going to go get this done, and then we'll go below and set up the clock. So stick around. Alright, we're putting in the finishing touches real fast. I decided... The finishing touches on the farm aspect of it. I decided that I was going to go ahead and plant everything and then go work on the clock, so that way I could go ahead and have this running. Every time I do a test pulse, you know, it'll set up and do its thing. Let me get up there and also put in my water. Now, I like to put water in like this at the top so that the system... First off, this will keep things moist, alright? And, with the exception of these here, the pumpkins that pop off, if they touch the water, they'll be inclined to kind of get snagged into the water and be pulled down. So that helps out tremendously in collection. It increases its accuracy, its efficiency, because it doesn't lose all of them. It's not a completely lossless farm, for those of you who are wondering at home. And also for those of you wondering at home, this is not an original design. Some concepts I am familiar with, and I've built stuff similar to it, but this is a straight rip of Zuma. I'm going to give credit to. Thank you very much. Again, I think that was the most recent person I saw build one of these. Mumbo makes those from time to time, too. But as you can see, it's just torch ladders going up, and these are redstone torch ladders going up that power this, and this torch ladder is just for cosmetics and lighting. Right? So now I can walk in it and do some things. I'll probably put some brown carpet down if I don't... The reason I raised it up is because I don't want the gap in the redstone to be visible. But I guess now that I've kind of done it like this... maybe. Oh, except over there, there's definitely a torch there that's climbing up, so that would look weird, you know? So I'm going to keep it the way it is for now. And down below deck, whoop, bam, bam, we have these two things that when they receive power, will in fact power the thing. So what I've got to do is run a line of redstone. Wow, I can do it. Okay, that goes... What's going on here? Oh, I see what happened. Dork. Okay, so if I run redstone into there and redstone into there and put a... I want it to be a pulse, so let me do a clock. I'll put like an ethos clock here. Oh, where are we at here, centered on the ship? Okay, yeah. So we'll put like an ethos clock here. Either centered, yeah, centered this way, going back and forth, and then, yeah, it'll send a pulse every so often that'll go up the thing. Let me go ahead and go see how much redstone I have to get that done, and I'll construct it for us real fast. Well, my friends, I had been looking at this project and have gotten it to this point for quite a while now. I have a repeater here and a repeater here that would come out of a block that would be here. I was thinking about a monostable circuit, a pulse extender circuit that would be here, and then I was racking my brains on how I was going to fit a clock in here and what type of clock I would put in and how long I would want it to last. And then it dawned on me, numbskull, my favorite random pulse generator is my own. That's the pumpkin generator. So what we're going to do here is get rid of this stuff. There's redstone up there already. Let's go ahead and put a little bit more down just so we have it. Bam, bam. All right, so what I need to do is get a piston. I need a piston. Let me put a piston together real fast. I think I've got enough for a piston, don't I? Yeah, I certainly do. U3 across there. Piece of iron? Piece of iron. Piece of candy. Ooh, one piece of redstone. Good thing I did that. Okay, now this guy needs to be face down. Face down somewhere, and he needs to be... Now, hold, let me see here. I know, I'm kind of thinking out loud at the same time, but we need a pulse to get to here. So let's see here. What was the center point? This would be the center point, right? One left. Yeah, center. So, okay, so yes, we'd want that. Possibly, okay, here for sure. Okay, this is gonna work. Yes, this is gonna work wonderfully. Okay, and here. All right, do I have it? I think I do. Yeah. All right, hold on. Right on. Water's in there, right? Okay, so now something can grow here next to it. Is that what I want to have done? So I want something to grow here, and then if it grows, it will continue this pulse. I need another piece of dirt down here for now. I'm just kind of showing you what this is about, and then we're also going to be here. Okay. All right. We're almost there, and oh, I'm out of redstone dust. Oh no. Okay. Oh, you know what? But you know what? Let's make it an expensive one. We don't need that to be a repeater, but we're going to let it be. And we don't need... Oh, we do need this to be dust, though, but we don't need this to be dust. Man, we'll take that off. We'll put that there. This is the most cobbled together redstone I've done in a while. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Okay, so let me see. What do I got? Where's my hoe? I know I had a hoe. Oh, did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay, hoe. Put you there, and oh, I don't have any more seeds. Okay, I need some seeds. All right, so I'm gonna put a pumpkin there, and the only place it can grow is right there. So every now and again it'll grow, and I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta turn. Okay, I gotta work this out. I gotta work it out. This is pretty quick and dirty. Wow, this would work just like this, in theory. When a pumpkin grows, it'll close the circuit. That block will power the pumpkin. The pumpkin would... Oh, this needs to be... No, because it's fully charged by that block, it would then be able to output a soft power into that one. This one would definitely pull off of it. I can back it up one. Okay. I'm going to refine this and get this all ready to go. And we're going to have our random pulse timer set up using our pumpkin random pulse timer generator. Awesome. Man, I can't believe I almost forgot about that. And it's almost time for pumpkins. I mean, I'm making a pumpkin farm and everything. So, wow, how did I forget that? All right, let me get this cleaned up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, before I do that, I almost forgot the most important part. Okay, so where the pumpkin grows, right? Up here, we got to put a piston facing down. By way of example, we're cleaning this up in a little bit, but come on, down face. There we go. So the pumpkin grows, completes the circuit. Okay, so this is going to be a repeater out. I'm going to have to clean up all of this. This will be a repeater out. This will be a full block. And then we'll probably power that way. And we'll probably power around that way. But the thing is, this will also go into a block, that full block. That repeater will go into that full block, which then becomes powered. So since that block's powered, I just need to run a bit of sandstone, a bit of dust, like actually right on top of this one into that one. Would a repeater into that one work? And, oh man, that might mess up the cosmetics. All right, but we'll see how it looks. All right, let me get this cleaned up, and I'll show you what I got. I'll show you what I've got. All right, my friends, I've worked it out down below and gotten everything finished, and as you can see, there are some pumpkins already grown up, and you may not know this, but there are some pumpkins that have already been cultivated, so this thing is rocking and rolling. From time to time, my clock will go off and give me some pumpkins. Now, you might think that's a bit of overkill, storage-wise, but we'll see. We'll see. I still need to get some things done. So, all done here. I need to give some accreditation. Pumpkin Farm is by Zoomavoid. Thank you, Pumpkin Farm. Thank you, Zoomavoid. The collection system and the pumpkin-powered random pulse generator is by me. So we can go down below and take a look at that. That little guy right there. Whoop. And over here we go. And look how nice and compact this turned out to be. I might put some things up and around it, but we'll see. So what happens here, redstone torch powers that dust, which when a pumpkin grows upon there, will create a block from which this repeater can draw power, which will power this block, which will depower that torch, which will depower the block upon it, which will power the other torch, sending it over this way, which will crush the pumpkin, depowering, powering, retracting the pulse until the next pumpkin comes, and when that happens around here, from this block, this repeater will pull power and send it that way. I believe that's redundant. I believe since this block is fully charged, is a full power block by virtue of that repeater, then I can simply put redstone in bringing it out. And based on the success I've seen above, that appears to be the case. Alright, some cosmetics for that little bit. Probably put a safety railing around it, but we'll get to that later. Because right now our next step is probably to build the mast around which, whoop, this guy. And if you'd like to see that, then by all means, please do consider subscribing for more content just like this. Soon the ship will be done, and I want you guys to see it along the way and have fun. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.